She's not what you'd expect. She's tough and feisty, but gentle and tender. She makes millions and gives millions to the poor. She cries, she laughs, she teaches, she comforts. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. We here are so very blessed that you decided to join us today. Today you're going to have a better day than what you thought you were, because today you're going to learn a very important and simple strategy that has the potential to impact every single area of your life. It's going to impact your health. It's going to impact your finances. It's going to impact your work life. It's going to impact your family. It's going to impact the relationships that you, with all the people that you work with, as well as all the people you live with, the people you go to church with, the people you shop with. It is going to affect everything. One simple little strategy. Hi, here on the Dani Johnson Show, we bring you topics that you can use, as well as strategies you can implement the day you hear them to make your life better, to make it easier, to make it more fulfilling, for you to have the success that you desire. Not the success that someone else is telling you should have, but the success you desire to have. It's important for you to define success for you. And that's what our aim is here every day, to help you do that. We want to liberate you in your career or business, your money, and your relationships, so that you are a shining light on a hill for all the world to see, and they end up praising the God you serve for the good works they see you do. Today, we're going to talk about simplifying your life. Is it a good idea? Can it be done? Have you ever felt that everything in life is just out of control? That you feel that you're spinning like 12 different plates at a time, right? Just like, oh my gosh, things are flying all over around you. You feel like there's flying saucers and UFOs, plates that are flying at your head. You're like ducking and bobbing and weaving and trying to work out your life. So many things to manage, so many decisions to make. Do you wake up in the morning not feeling rested? Because in your sleep you were solving problems? Hey, I've been there, done that. Ain't no way to live. So today we're going to talk about solutions to helping your life get easier, taking off some burdens off of your back and off your shoulders, and most importantly, off your mind and off of your heart. So the question I have for you is, if you could simplify your life, what would you do? What would your life look like if you simplified it? What things perhaps should you be cutting out today? And what things should you not say yes to? But instead, you should say no. You see, not all opportunity is an opportunity for you to take advantage of now. I certainly have made the mistake that all opportunity that would come at me, and I remember the season of no opportunity coming at me. Well, opportunity was there. I just couldn't see it. I was blind as a bat and couldn't see opportunity, because all I saw was that I couldn't trust people. All I saw was that I was a failure. All I saw was that I would never, ever amount to anything. All I saw and believed was that I was a failure and I'd always be a failure. So there was opportunity all around. I certainly couldn't see it because my eyes only saw the bad things in me. I didn't see that there was any potential, and all I saw was the bad in everybody else. But as soon as I began to get healed of those kinds of thoughts and retrain my mind and my mouth to think of more successful things and hopeful things, I began to have opportunity coming at me from all directions. And the mistake I made in the beginning was, just because I can doesn't mean I should. Wisdom is something that you want to apply to each decision it is that you make each and every day. So we put a question up on Facebook, and the question was, what areas of your life are causing you the most stress, pressure, and pain? And if you could simplify one area of your life, what would it be? And how can we help you in aiding in that coming to pass? So going over to the phones, we have got Penny Robinson from Georgia. Penny, welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. Tell us, if you could simplify one area of your life, what area would it be?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for taking my call, Dani. Since I've plugged into you, you've been such a blessing to me.
Aw.
It makes me emotional, and I'm sorry.
Don't say sorry.
My finances, being able to relieve myself of all the pressures. And I laugh because you were giving all those analogies, and I have my own. I feel like I'm trying to put socks on a chicken. I live on a farm, and it's stressful. You're chasing those chickens in every direction and with no relief whatsoever, you know, and that's kind of how I feel that my life is right now. And 10 years ago,
I'm so sorry, Penny. I seriously am seeing myself and the feeling of chasing a bunch of chickens. What a picture. That is so good because it is. It's like, first of all, your core, your stomach, right, is like all tense. You're like, ugh, ugh. You're almost catching it, but you totally miss it, right? And then you finally get your hands on it.
Decide which one to go for.
Yes, yes. And then you finally get your hands on it and it wiggles its way right out of your hands.
Yeah, and then you finally get that sock to put on that foot, and oh my gosh, it is not going on no matter what you do.
Oh, Penny.
And I just, 10 years ago, I have an entrepreneurial spirit, and 10 years ago, I lost my business. I had a very traumatic divorce, and I've just kind of lost who I am along the way. I have remarried. My marriage is not going well. We are working through it. And, it just seems like every direction I go is not where I want to be in life. And since I plugged into you, you have given me hope again.
Oh.
And I thank you for that.
Man, Penny, that really blesses me, but I believe God is the only one that can impart hope on anybody, and I believe that He's doing that into you. And I think that today there's going to be a new infusion of hope into you as well. So let's talk about this. First of all, the marriage, okay? What you focus on is what you get good at. And this is what I have found to be true for all the thousands of people I have worked with throughout the years. When we go through a hard season, we try to run like them chickens.
Yes.
We try to run from what is hard. But there's a purpose for the wilderness seasons of life. There's a purpose for the desert seasons. And my desert seasons, I would never trade for anything. I've had 3 monster deserts in my life. 3, massive monsters. I've had many others, but I wasn't learning in those deserts. But there are 3 I would never change. And the reason is because out of the deserts birthed a whole new life. Because in the desert is where I had to learn how to focus on the most important areas that needed attending to. And what I have found in working with thousands of people, that if the marriage isn't going well, and there's a lot of contention in there, everything else seems to have contention in it as well. Would you say that's true in your personal life?
Yes, most definitely.
So what I find as a businesswoman, there's a term that we use around here called low-hanging fruit. What's the lowest hanging fruit that you can affect immediately? Like what is right in front of you that if you work on this one thing, it's going to have an impact on all things? What would you say?
I feel like my attitude, my attitude in getting our focus and our finances in order, that would relieve lots of stress and lots of animosity within our family because, we spend as much as we make.
Yes.
And I feel like that would be my low-hanging fruit. That's where I've got to focus.
Well, let me give you a little twist on your idea. You're right. Finances are hurting the family. But to be quite honest with you, the finances have been something that you've been thinking about, talking about, and have allowed to cause stress in the marriage.
Yes.
Because the money is the higher priority over the marriage.
Yes.
Yes. So
I would so agree.
So the lowest hanging
so many things to be above my marriage.
Exactly. So the lowest hanging fruit, the one thing you can change that's going to impact everything else is how you treat your husband. What you allow to cause contention in your marriage. Should money be allowed to control your marriage?
No, it shouldn't.
Absolutely. Should how you worry about money affect whether or not you honor your husband or you have animosity and resentment towards your husband?
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. There is nothing more important, next to God being the highest priority, there is nothing more important than the marriage. That's the first human priority. Human physical priority is your marriage, second only to God. Okay? So God is between you and him. That's your spiritual life. And in honoring him, you honor your husband. And you do not allow outside circumstances penetrate the marriage covenant that you have. You don't allow those outside feelings and circumstances, problems, to affect how you treat your man.
Right.
That has to be the higher priority. As you fix that, as you focus on that, everything else takes care of itself. Naturally, it takes care of itself. But when money becomes the higher priority over the relationship with your husband, now the marriage is a mess. The money is a mess. The kids are a mess. The job is a mess. It's what you said. It's the chickens, about a dozen of them, trying to catch one. And it's running faster from you, and you don't know which one to focus on. So I'm giving you a focus. I want you right now to text your husband, "I'm sorry. I've been a wench."
That's putting it nice.
You know what other word you could use that would probably be more appropriate. But I have to keep it clean here on the Truth Network and on UAN and GLN, all the networks that hold the show. YouTube, I could say whatever I want. But because this is on the radio and on television, I got to keep it rated G. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
I have been you go ahead and fill in the blanks. Tell the truth of what you have been. And I can't wait to see you tonight, to treat you like the king I fell in love with. And what I want you to do is every day, Penny, when you met your husband, every day you sold yourself on him, didn't you?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, girlfriend, did you ever? You sold yourself on him, and you sold him to everyone else, too. Oh, this man. Oh, this man. Woo! This man. You were telling all your girlfriends. You were telling your kids. You were telling your mama. You were telling your sisters, your brothers about this man. You sold yourself every day. You got to go back to selling yourself every day about this man. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Do you know what causes your life to feel out of control at times? Dani breaks it down right after this on The Dani Johnson Show.
Hi, this is Dani Johnson. Let me ask you something. Do you dream about being more confident, more beautiful, more powerful? Are you that girl who never learned to wear makeup and now you're lost in a sea of YouTube videos? That busy mom who can't get enough sleep and just wants to feel pretty again? Or maybe you're that professional who wants a little more respect in the office. From the boardroom to the bedroom, celebrity makeup artist Christina Harmsworth from XMH Beauty will help you. Christina has a track record of making beauty easy on any budget. Her live classes, simple step-by-step professional beauty techniques and insider secrets will set you apart from the crowd. So don't sit on your dream another minute. Learn from the best. Get your exclusive free gift from Christina today at xmhbeauty.com/Dani. That's xmhbeauty.com/DANI.
If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do with your life? Discover your own answer. This is The Dani Johnson Show.
Oh, that man. Or, oh, that girl. You remember when you met that one that you fell in love with? How you felt about him? And you sold yourself on him every day. Oh, my gosh, you sold yourself on all of their great characteristics, and you didn't see anything bad. You just saw everything that was good. That's what brought you together. And then all of a sudden people get married, and then what happens? What happens? All they see is what's bad. They stopped selling themselves because they caught it. They closed the deal. They got married, so now they stopped selling. No, you got to keep selling yourself on that girl or on that guy, and you got to keep selling yourself and selling them to everyone else too, telling everyone how wonderful they are. Choosing to see those awesome characteristics in that person. This is Dani Johnson. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, we're talking about simplifying your life. And what we talked about in the first segment was that life sometimes can feel like it's in just complete disarray, like everything around you is going wrong, right? The marriage, or maybe the lack of a marriage. The kid, you got a kid that's doing drugs, smoking weed, drinking, partying, not paying his bills or her bills, and or she's pregnant and she's 14. And then you go to work and you just got fired. And then you got this debt, right? Everything's out of control. Everything's just like spinning around you, swirling, and you wake up in the morning feeling like you didn't even sleep because your mind is still dwelling while you're sleeping on all the disasters that are happening around you. Now, listen to me, friend. It's only temporary. The disasters are only temporary. What we talked about was the low-hanging fruit. What's one thing that you can simplify in your life that will have an impact on all of those things? When life has spun out of control, it's usually because we have been controlling. Yeah. We've been controlling people. We've been controlling things. We've been controlling the business. We've been controlling the finances. We've just been controlling, and we want to just squeeze. I say, let go. Let go, Joe. Let go. Let go. Relax. Take a chill pill. Take a bath. Go outside. I really wish I could do that right now. Clean, fresh air in your nostrils. Yeah, chill out. Because it is then when the fog begins to clear and you can see things clearly and you can find solutions. Problems are nothing but tasks covered up with emotions. Emotions of fear, emotions of worry, emotions of doubt, emotions of loss, emotions of guilt, emotions of shame, anger, rage, blame, resentment, bitterness. The problems are just tasks. That's all they are. They don't have any emotions attached to it. Take the emotions off. See the task list of what you need to get done to finish it, to follow it, to complete it, and bam, problem solved. What area of your life do you need to simplify? We've got Shannon Williams from Webster, Texas. Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show.
Hi.
So tell me, girl, what is one thing in your life that you could simplify? What would it be?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? It is really a long list.
One thing. See here, I'm so glad you just said that. There's a long list. That creates procrastination. When we are looking at all the things that we got to change, we get frozen because there's too many and we don't know where to begin. I'm saying pick one thing you're going to focus on simplifying, and what will be the impact that that one thing you could change does to everything else.
I guess I can say one thing I really do want to focus on would be my voice. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like that I don't take myself seriously all the time just because the way I talk. I'm very timid, and at times I'm very shy. So, and I feel like at times I'm very socially awkward because of my shyness.
I ain't buying
that. I feel like that if I could...
I ain't buying any of that, Shannon. I wish you could see my face right now. I'm like, what? You think you're shy? Oh, girlfriend.
I honestly think so.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Now, first of all, girlfriend, when you think you're shy, you're going to withdraw yourself and act shy. Shy people have a tendency of not calling in on a radio and television show. Yep. There's about 10% of the listenership that actually will respond. Those are the national statistics. 10%. And out of the 10%, I'm pretty sure shy is not one of them. So I'm going to have to tell you, Shannon, you is deceived, girlfriend. You is deceived. You is in denial. I think you want to be shy. I think your bold self have gotten yourself in trouble. And being shy might be a good idea so you don't get yourself in trouble. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Be sure to tell a friend about the Dani Johnson Show. It just might be the key to the breakthrough they need. Stay right here for more of the Dani Johnson Show.
Imagine living in a decrepit, unsafe hovel made of waste material on top of old mining tunnels that could explode and sink your home at any moment. Imagine no water to drink, no safe place to raise your children, no food for your starving baby. Imagine that your kids can't learn to read because they have to work to support the family instead of going to school. Could you imagine living in that kind of fear and hopelessness? This is exactly what families are dealing with in the poverty-stricken village of Santa Pancha, Nicaragua. These families can barely meet their basic food, water, and housing needs. We are transforming that village. Be a part of this miracle. I want you to go to the website now and learn how you can help. Go to kingsransom.org and click on Santa Pancha. There you can join with other warriors against poverty and help bring a miraculous transformation to Santa Pancha. That's kingsransom.org, kingsransom.org.
And now, back to the Dani Johnson Show.
Has someone labeled you? Has someone told you your nose is too big, you're too quiet, or you're too loud, you talk too much, you're too aggressive? You need to not be so aggressive. You know, you're too goal-oriented. Have you ever had people labeling you out that you ask too many questions? You never shut up. Have you ever had that happen? Hi, this is Dani Johnson. Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. Today we are talking about your success, how to simplify your life to come into greater success so that you can live your personal definition of success instead of living society's definition of success. We are redesigning your life here every day, every morning, every night, actually, as the show plays throughout the day in various different mediums. We're glad that you're here to join us. I have Shannon Williams on the phone who just called in with a very bold voice saying she's shy. I'm going to dig into this one right now. Shannon?
Yes.
I wish I could look you in the eyes.
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing.
Yeah, you should still be laughing. Okay, because is it true that people have told you talked too much?
Yes.
Hit the nail on the head. So you got it into your head that being shy would help you not to be criticized.
I do believe that's true. I do want to add, though, I've honestly had more people tell me that I talk too much. I actually told myself that I talk too much, but then I've had other people saying, "Oh, well, you don't talk a lot, you know."
Oh, because someone told you talk too much. So then you decided to turn into someone else who didn't talk at all. Girlfriend, you need to own yourself. You need to own who you are. And don't try to be something that you're not. Don't do that. That's wearing someone else's monkey suit. And that monkey suit don't fit you. You are bold. You let what is in your head fly out your mouth. That's the way God made you. That's the way He made you. Now, I'm not saying don't have a filter, but I'm telling you that there's a lot of successful people that don't have a filter. So if you've allowed people to tell you what's wrong with you and you believed what they said, listen, girlfriend, forgive them, release them, move the heck on, and live in your own skin. Live in your own skin, because you're going to die if you don't. You're going to die.
And that's the problem I have.
No way.
I'm so focused on everyone else's emotions about how they should feel, but it's been such a long time since I've really took the time to figure out what I wanted, who I am.
Yes. Yes, you can't live someone else's life. You cannot. You were designed with a destiny in mind. And there are a people waiting for you to walk in your own skin and be who you are. And you cannot allow any longer for someone else to tell you how to act. You can't allow other people's terrible opinions that are rooted in their own jealousy, that is rooted in their own insecurities and rooted in their own wounds to form you into being something that you're not. They are not your God. Period. End of story. You got it, girlfriend?
Amen.
Amen is right. You got to be true to who He made you to be. Because there are people that are going to respond to you. Yeah, there are people who are more quiet than you and me, of course. Lord have mercy. And those people have a people tied to their life as well. A people that those people can relate to. But if you're trying to be the quiet, shy person, people know you're lying. They know you ain't being yourself. And there is a people waiting for you. waiting for who you are, that relate to you. And this story that we're talking about right now, that you will even say, man, I tried to by the way, I know you could tell I'm a little passionate about this because I tried to do the same thing, Shannon. I tried to do the same exact thing. In fact, it was church people. It was church people. They kept nitpicking at me. Well, Dani, we would allow you to help as if you cut your hair. And if you got a breast reduction, if you didn't wear that lipstick and you didn't wear that eyeshadow, we could use you, Dani, if you were like 40 years older, 80 pounds heavier with gray hair. Then we would allow you to speak before the congregation.
That is sad.
Girlfriend! It ripped me to shreds. I went home, girlfriend. I got to tell you, I went home. Because again, here's what happened. This was when I was in retirement, okay? And I had been a speaker for 10 years. I had helped thousands of people make a crazy amount of money. I had helped thousands of marriages heal. I had led thousands of people to God through the Messiah, Jesus, Yeshua. I had done this for thousands of people, had thousands of people's lives changed. I retire. I don't do anything for 4 years. We move into this new town during my retirement, and I'm a mom volunteering at the school. God then just completely breaks me out of my retirement. He stirs in me to go speak and teach and train again. And right away, I'm like, gosh, every Sunday I see broke and broken people. I see people's businesses are failing and there's no reason for it to fail. These are children of the Most High God and they don't even realize how simple it is to succeed. So I go to my pastor. I bring my First Step Success binder. I bring a stack of testimonies about an inch tall file filled with testimony after testimony after testimony of life transformational stories. I bring it to them, comes back, well, you can go ahead and start in the nursery. Like newborns? What? Wait, what? Well, why don't you go ahead and talk to women's ministries? Okay. And this is what they came back. Well, the board, the head of women's ministry was all excited, girlfriend. She was excited. She's like, this is what we need. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you've been going to this church all this time and we didn't even know you were here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to go talk to the board. She comes back with a message. Well, the ladies say that they are uncomfortable with your form. They're uncomfortable with your build. They're uncomfortable with your long hair. They're uncomfortable with your clothing.
Wow.
Yes, no joke. I went home, Shannon. Shannon, I went home. I want you to picture this. I go home in my little bedroom. I put my face on my dirty carpet. It was disgusting. And I start bawling and I said, God, do you want me to cut off my hair? Do you want me to not wear makeup? Do you want me to wear a tent? Do you want me to get a breast reduction? God, do you want me to change all of this? And he said, no.
And that's how I was.
Yes!
And that's how I was. I had one person tell me that it was something about the way I looked. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not a fashionable person. I'm not really into fashion. I just wear, blue jeans, T-shirt, and tennis shoes. Mm-hmm. I'm that type of person. That's mm-hmm. me. That's what I feel comfortable in. Mm-hmm. And so I had this one person say, well, you would look a lot cuter. You would look a lot nicer if you're wearing heels or dresses or whatever, blah, 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 makeup on my face, whatever and all that. So I'm thinking to myself, are they right? Is this the person that I need to be?
Right.
So I got so used to hearing people say,
you need to be this, you need to be that. Yeah, no. So let me finish the story. So I tell God, I'll change anything. I will cut my hair. I will get a breast reduction. I will wash my face. I will do whatever it is that you want me to do. Please just use me. Please just use me. And he says, no, I do not want you to change your form. I formed you in your mother's womb. I made you the way I delight in you. And I have made you for a people that will receive you. I will raise you up as I rose Esther up. And if Esther wasn't formed the way she was formed, she would not have been able to save the people that I called her to save. And I got up from there and I went, all right. And I stopped. I had to work hard, Shannon. I had to work hard at no longer allowing humans to be my God. No longer allowing humans' opinions to be my God, but seeking the opinion of he who formed me and asking him to teach me how to be his daughter the way he made me, that I would not walk in somebody else's definition of me. My make, my model, my serial number was not put on me by a man, my mother or my father. It was put on by my Father in heaven. And Shannon, your Father in heaven formed you the way he formed you, and he delights in you, and he is raising you up. Take the labels off. If you want to have success, you got to define it for you. Ask your God, what is it for me? What matters to me? What is one thing I can focus on today that will please you, Father? What is one thing I can do today that will be utilizing the gifting and the talents that you've put in me? What's one thing I can do today to use what you've given me for your glory and not the glory of man? I'm telling you, friend, too many of us are trying to please everyone else that is around us. I've done it, you've done it. But see, the everyone else that is around you is not your God. They're not your God. And their opinion is nothing but an opinion. Everyone has an opinion like they have a nose. Everyone's got one. It's functional. It's theirs. It's not yours. You can't breathe out of someone else's nose. You cannot live under someone else's opinion. So listen to me now. Walk in your own skin. Own it. Define. Learn who you are and be it and be the best at it, because that is you being real. And the world is asking for real people, authentic leadership, people who are just true to who they were made to be instead of made to be what other people want them to be. This is Dani Johnson. We will continue with more right after this.
When we come back, Dani will show you how simplifying your life can improve your sex life? Really? Okay. Improve your sex life next on The Dani Johnson Show.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson. The most common question I get usually are from people who are trying to juggle their life. They've got kids who are involved in all kinds of activities. They've got business or their job, finances, trying to get out of debt, plus all their church activities and all the volunteer activities. And they're pulling their hair out going, how do I juggle this all? Man, I once lived just like that until I learned Time Secrets. Time Secrets showed me how to be able to cut my hours from 100 hours a week that I was working down to 20 hours a week and tripled my income as a direct result with what I learned. Time Secrets also showed me how to get my priorities in order, which healed up my marriage. And I became a mother that I was proud of versus becoming the mother I didn't want to be. And so if you feel like your world is running around in all kinds of different circles, you can fix that. Call 888-757-8880. Again, 888-757-8880 for Time Secrets.
What multimillionaire do you know that volunteers their time to help ordinary people like you and me? There's only one.
Oh, it gets my goat. I'm telling you, man, it gets under my skin. It's like pulling one fingernail off of my hand at a time. When other people try to push their opinions on another person to try to change them. That is wrong. That is wrong. That is manipulative. That is controlling. It is wrong. Hi, I'm Dani Johnson. Welcome to The Dani Johnson Show. We're so blessed that you choose to listen to us today. We hope you join us tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. You can get us 6 days a week, actually, either radio or television, 7 days a week on YouTube and our website, DaniJohnson.com. Today, we are talking about simplifying your life and making things easier. Simple little changes that you can make that will improve every area of your life. We put the question up on Facebook. What's one area you could simplify? What would it be and how would it change your life? We've had a few people respond to that, and they're here joining us right now on the Dani Johnson Show. We've got Christina Kia. Did I say that right, Christina?
Kaya.
Kaya. I'm so sorry. You're from Boston, Minnesota. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for accepting my call. I've never done a radio talk, so I'm pretty excited.
Okay, so what is causing stress in your life right now?
I would say the biggest thing is how to manage my time better between balancing my husband and taking care of him, our baby who's 11 months old. I'm a new mom, so all of this is all new to me. Part-time working and starting up a bit of a home business. It's all so easy to just get caught up in how to manage my time better.
Yeah. So what kind of stress is that bringing into your life?
A lot of stress. I don't know, stress between me and my husband, stress between myself, mostly just how to prioritize.
You're overwhelmed.
Need to be done.
Yes. Okay, now when you say there's stress between you and your husband, can you kind of explain that for a minute? What does that look like?
It's mostly, I guess, about priorities, prioritizing him. As far as finances, we don't really stress too much about that because there will always be bills and whatnot. Yeah. But it's mostly about.
Okay, wait. Let me. No. You're giving me a really nice overreaching answer. What does stress look like in your marriage? Are you fighting? Are you not having sex?
Yeah.
Are you getting frustrated with him? Are you giving him the dirty looks instead of the come hither to me, honey, and touch me looks?
Yes, probably.
Oh, you see, prioritizing him sounds so much more dry. And it simply told me you're not having enough sex. You are not seducing him into the bedroom. You have...
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Yes. Okay, so Christina, this is awesome. What I have found in my professional life, and I have worked with hundreds of thousands of people for the last 2.5 decades, when the marriage is not the highest human priority, human physical priority, everything else is a disaster, okay? Do you believe in God?
Yes, we do.
Oh, you do? And do you go to church?
Yes, we do.
Oh, and do you read the Bible?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So you call yourself a Christian or something like that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I just find it so interesting because, I am as well. Hi, sister. I'll see you in heaven. Hopefully, if I make it through those gates, because I could screw up so bad. Yeah. I could screw up so bad and just miss it altogether. Anyway, I don't know that I'd let me in. That's for sure. Thank God I'm not God. There's a lot of people that wouldn't make it in. Anyway, just being truthful. Okay, so here's the deal. I find it so interesting that so many Christians do not understand God's order, that we don't understand what matters most to Him. And we live in a world and we go to churches that simply don't ever point it out. The bottom line is this. The marriage, which is almost never talked about in church, almost never talked about. Sex is like never talked about in church. But where should it be talked about? It should be talked about in church. We should be having more sex than anybody else that is not a believer. The Bible is packed with sex. Racy, wild, sweaty. Are you blushing? Getting really quiet over there, Christina. She's like, oh my gosh, I certainly didn't think we were going to be talking about this. Christina, are you there? Did we lose her? Is she muted? Did we mute her? I scared her. It's okay. I'm going to keep talking about sex. When marriage is a high priority, then he or the she in our life is one we are focused on. It is one that we do not allow anything else to hinder this covenant called marriage. It is the most important thing that we should guard, that we should protect. And when we do that, everything else works out. The things with the kids work out. There's harmony in the home. There's harmony in us. This is where our confidence is, that when we are treating our spouse like rock stars, and we are selling ourselves. I can't believe this show has turned into a marriage show because it wasn't supposed to be. But this is one thing you can simplify in your life, is that if you focus on that relationship and start reading books about marriage and start reading books about how to have better sex and start reading books about keeping it spicy and electrifying and wonderful and beautiful, like it is a honeymoon, like it's supposed to be a honeymoon forever, even during the hard times in life. Even when he loses his job, that you make him feel like a rock star. Even if his income came down, you make him feel like a rock star instead of complaining about money, instead of complaining about the house, instead of complaining about all these things that you're not satisfied with, but that we make him the king. We lift him up. We elevate him. We masculate him, not emasculate him. And when we do that, when we make sure that the marriage is the most important thing, he will not be jealous of the job. He will not be jealous of the side business. He will not be jealous of the kids. But when we do it right, Girlfriend. So here's your homework. Go seduce your husband. Go flirt with him, bat your eyes at him, go put some makeup on, get dressed, take a shower, present yourself to him as the bride you presented to him on that day you married him. Why do we put more time in one single day with a dress and professional makeup and professional hair, and we take a bath, we shave our bodies, and we lather ourselves in some kind of oils to make ourselves pretty for one day? But then the next day and the days following that, we don't put any kind of care into ourselves to present ourselves as a bride. If you want to be treated like a bride, an honorable bride, a bride that he wants to behold, a bride he wants to care for, a bride that he wants to love, then you better act like a bride. You better look like a bride. I'm not saying wear your wedding dress every day, but I'm saying present yourself with that kind of care to him. And it goes the same for the husbands. Come on. Today we live in a world with beer guts that are from here to Mississippi, man. And down to Mexico on both sides. Anyway, we have both sides, husband and wife. We need to present ourselves as we did on that day. And we need to make each other known that you are the most important person in our life. Everything else is going to work itself out. I promise you, everything else works itself out when you do this. It's beautiful. Why? How did you feel on your wedding day? Confident, excited. You had the life by the tail. You had dream, you had vision, you had hope. Why? Because of how you brought yourself into that day. It's how you saw the person you're standing next to in the altar. So it's how you both made each other feel. Nothing was impossible for you. Nothing. So how do you want to feel that way again? Start acting like the bride. Husband, start acting like the groom. Oh, I love it. All right. This is Dani Johnson. We'll continue with more right after this.
Don't go away. The next segment might just change your life. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
The whole story of how I went from homeless to millions is right here in this book, First Steps to Wealth. I'd love to give you a free copy of this book. Just dial 888-757-8880. You can get your free copy of this book. It's like a real book, my friend. You can get an ebook copy for free right now, or if you'd like to pay the shipping to get this $15 book to your house, I'd be happy to send it to you. 888-757-8880. Get your copy of First Steps to Wealth today and begin on a brand new path of some great success.
The way you look at things is about to change. And now, back to the Dani Johnson Show.
I hope that today was a blessing to you. You know, it's so funny. Yes, we talked about sex. Marriage seemed to have been something that came into this. We're talking about simplifying our lives, you know, because when there's contention at home, there's contention at work, and there's contention with the kids. I mean, come on, we've all done it, right? We've gotten upset with somebody at home, and we turn around and we treat other people poorly as well. And that's why we got to simplify and fix the things that are going to help the marriage succeed. That is something that my husband and I, have focused on the last 2.5 years. Oh gosh, I'm telling you, it has been so glorious. You know, we read so many business books, right? We read so many finance books, right? I'm a big, I read the Bible like constantly, okay? And we would put more focus in these other things than we did in our marriage. And it showed. It absolutely showed. And there's something that begins to rise up in the two of you, resentment and bitterness and distrust, because you feel like you don't matter to each other anymore. And so one of the areas that you can simplify your life is by making your marriage a higher priority than the career, make it a higher priority than even the kids. And as you do that, and as you sow into that, as you spend time with that, and you learn and you get better at being a great spouse, and everything else is going to change in your life. That's one thing, low-hanging fruit, that can change every other area of your life. I promise you. Hey, listen. There's a place you can start with, okay? There's one place you can start with. If you have not already attended a First Steps to Success, we have seen thousands of marriages completely restored and healed. In fact, one woman who had been divorced for 5 years after First Steps to Success, she discovered at First Steps what went wrong, and something changed in her. She went back and remarried her ex-husband. They had one child together. They are still married to this day. How awesome is that? Completely restored that marriage of 5 years of being broken up. That is a resurrected marriage, no question. Obviously, she brought him to the next First Step Success. They began to rekindle, and they were married within a year again to each other. Paid off debt, grew their income. Life began to flourish for them. I don't care how bad the relationship is at home or how bad your relationship is with your boss. It can be restored. It's all about focus and what you're focusing on and making sure that you're learning new skills to help yourself become the person that you know you're called to be. We'd love to help you do that. First Steps to Wealth, free copy of this free book to you right now. Pick up the phone, dial this phone number, 866-760-8255. Again, that's 866-760-8255. Ask for Nellie or Nate. Either one of them would love to help you. But First Steps to Wealth, it's a book. It's like 296 pages, packed with information on improving your relationships, growing your career, and attacking your debt and becoming wealthy. It also has my story of how I went from homeless to millions inside of it. We'd love to give you a free copy. You pay the shipping to get the book to your house. We'll send the $15 book right to you. Or you can download a free copy on our website, DaniJohnson.com. Again, that's DaniJohnson.com. Go there now, get your copy, start reading, start changing your life. This is Dani Johnson. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave us a comment on the webpage or at Facebook. God bless.
Did you hear that last segment? Do you know someone else who needs to hear it? Go to DaniJohnson.com, find today's show, and share it online. Join us every weekday at 7 a.m. for more insights that will help you get to the life you've always wanted.
Hi, welcome to the Dani Johnson YouTube channel. We're super excited to have you here. And every single week, we're going to make sure that you get awesome videos for your business, career, making more money, saving money, annihilating your debt, as well as helping you to handle those really tough problems that you have with people at home, as well as at work, and taking those really good relationships you already have and causing them to flourish and grow. All you have to do is click that subscribe button right down here. Click that and you'll be subscribed to an amazing community of people, as well as some great videos that will help to improve your life. Thanks so much for being here. Subscribe now would be good. Just click it. I know you can see it. It's somewhere down here. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.